I feel something.
What?
From that cheese. Yeah, it's hot in here. You're gonna be taking your clothes off in a little bit. Everybody.
Now we're talking.
Yep.
Who goes to Albany?
Timmy Vine.
Oh.
Gonna turn this life right around.
What?
Get naked in here, hang out,
Yeah.
talk about sports.
Is that all it's going to take?
Forget all your worries.
Yeah.
When that door
everything
closes, you can do whatever you want. Take your pants off. I don't care.
There's no rules in here. You just gotta watch what you say. Put that mic to your face. Get your phone out of there.
My pics are on here. I've upgraded.
Oh, I don't have any pics.
Yeah, not the
I
right
knew
way.
that was going to be
I've
the case.
used ChatGPT for the first time the other day.
Oh my God, you convinced her to help her with her pics.
You got to get that mic closer.
Okay, it wasn't for my pics. It was for a LinkedIn post.
Maybe you should use them for your picks. Just say that.
Oh my God, though. Maybe I should
I'm
now.
just saying.
What is that record?
What?
Maybe just ask Siri.
I'm 13 and 20.
Do you want one of those things where you get like the dog and have the dog pick it for you? Like which bowl does he run to?
We should definitely cut in Maddie for a couple of picks and just switch back and forth between the two of them. It's like the younger version of Katie. All right. 13 and 20. It's not good. It's not good.
It's terrible.
You, because you ran out of here last week, fucking your house was on fire.
Still handed in my pics. If you don't want to use them, you don't
No,
have to
Katie
use them.
said she said she overruled everything.
Since when does she make any calls?
Because I like that one. She actually didn't say that at all. That was completely me.
I didn't even catch what just happened.
He's blaming you for not taking my pics last week.
He texted me right after the show, after we left, and he's like, here's my 3 picks. And I'm like, oh, Katie said, we agreed, and we said that, your picks don't count because you weren't here.
He didn't even mention your
Leave that
pics.
shit. Leave that shit. I went 2 and 1, just so you know.
13 and 20, 16 and 14, and you're 3 and 9.
Oh, my goodness.
And
Yeah,
that's it. Those
I was
are all the
supposed
picks.
to make
That's
a
the record
comeback.
for everybody.
All right, conveniently leaving me out, I see.
That's it. You're 0 and 0.
You're 6 and 2, which I don't know how that's possible because we're making 3 picks every week.
Yeah, but I'm always good for an extra pick or not making, on a week I don't like not making a pick.
No, because sometimes we don't get to all 3 picks.
I know, but you're supposed to text it afterwards.
Yeah, you're supposed to text it afterwards. What's my record?
16 and 14.
Should be 18 and 15. Doesn't really make a big difference.
Sure.
Doesn't really make a big difference.
Is everything okay at home after that whole thing last week?
Yeah, kids throwing up is not a good time.
You guys want to do a quick parent corner or anything?
No.
I
Dad
came home
number
to
1.
3 kids outside because they're petrified that they were going to get the stomach bug from Delilah. They treated her like she was patient 0. I felt awful. I
That's
It's not bad enough she's
amazing.
throwing up.
Yeah.
They're ostracizing her like she's a leper.
felt awful. Came home. I gave her a kiss. They wouldn't go near me. They wouldn't go.
That's perfect.
I know it
That's
worked.
genius. Now if you could just get the wife to do the same thing.
And then you sent me a picture of your kid. And that was
so
awkward.
cute. Didn't she look so cute?
I mean, looked a little white.
Yeah, that was in between throw-ups. That was.
Oh.
You don't know what a night is when you lay on the couch with somebody who's sick, and every 45 minutes they get up to.
I've stayed in hotel rooms with him sometimes, and that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, he's taken care of me a couple times, so he knows.
My favorite story is this one time in Chicago, this guy came out of the bathroom with nothing but neon green fucking stretchy underwear on and a Bud Light can. And it was like,
Bud can.
we're out of toilet paper. We had only been there for 12 hours.
Was that after you finished, or you were letting everybody know we're out of toilet?
I was in a blackout. I have no
It
idea.
was in the middle. It was middle.
And Ralphie Boy's FaceTiming his wife. And he's like, yeah, no, today I think we're going to go tour the city, maybe hit a museum. And I'm in the background, not a pretty sight.
And also the person whose bachelor party it was broken up with his fiance
Oh, yeah,
at
that was
that time in the corner. And not really, but he was like, oh, wedding's over, sucks. Where are we going next? What do you guys want to get for
He was
breakfast?
sitting in the hallway Indian style. I'm sorry, crisscross applesauce
Yeah,
in the
don't say
hallway.
Indian style. What, had to fight the weekend of the bachelor party?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Don't worry
right,
about it.
that's
It's not-
crazy.
it's not
That
important.
doesn't make any sense.
I never got the feedback. Well, I mean, you did tell me, how'd you feel the one-on-one episode went with you guys? Good?
No.
No?
No, I thought it was
Awkward.
it was awkward. I had no idea what we were in for. I thought Kurt was going to be sitting here.
It's almost like a first date.
He doesn't read the chat.
No, I do read the chat, but when Kurt said I will be there, I assumed Kurt was going to be sitting in.
It was like a first date when you get to the movie theater too early, so you kind of have to talk a little bit.
I think it was more awkward than that. I was like, oh, fuck. And I said, had I been prepared, I would have just spent the entire time just like ripping Katie in her picks and things like that. Like, so we could have had a little combative back and forth.
You couldn't improv it?
I was shell shocked.
All he could talk about was his freaking president's
Big day.
football game.
Yeah, it was
Football
election day. I was
team.
excited.
It was a big day.
It was very funny. It was very thoroughly thought out.
Kurt, what happened to Steelers last week?
I felt it while
Yeah?
watching that game. I felt it. Winston's he's a prize. I mean, I don't know where he came from. I don't know what the deal is, but that guy's getting a lot of fans. He's I don't know. Did you see the way he was talking on the field?
He's crazy.
He was singing fucking Christmas carols to everybody. Yeah. I mean, he was just enjoying life.
He is one of one. He is James. Like, there's only one guy like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, listen, the Steelers came back. They had a great touchdown towards the end of the game. Couldn't hold them. The weather was crazy. It was fun to watch. Couldn't even see what was going on the last half of that game.
What's with all these big J journalists that want to cancel snow games? They don't want weather involved anymore.
I don't
Kurt
know.
Warner is like leading the charge with former athletes that are saying like every stadium should have a dome on it in case it's going to rain or snow.
That's insane.
I feel like all the players during that
Baby.
game loved playing in that. I felt like they were all saying it was real football. It was football weather.
I don't give a shit if they liked it or not. I love watching like
It was
crazy weather games, whether it's rain, wind, like windy games where the kick goes up and then it hits the third row.
yeah.
Yeah. Those are awesome to watch.
It was funny talking to my brother, too, because I was like kind of giving them excuses. I was like, you can't win them all. You're on a 5-game winning streak. The weather was crazy. He's like, yeah, the weather was crazy for the other team, too. They still won. They still, you know what I mean?
They're both
Right?
cold weather teams.
Which I get it. But, what are you going to do?
You got to win. You got to lose some.
You got to lose some.
The other side here, I feel like the Dolphins are just coming into their own at the right time.
Yeah, going to the wrong stadium this week. But yes,
Yeah,
they are. They're playing very well.
they're about to lose all their momentum this week. They're not good in the cold. But they got their stuff together. They're finally using the tight end, which is really opening up the offense. Is by using Jonnu Smith underneath, it's getting them the quick first downs, getting them 5, 6, 7 yards at a clip, and it's bringing the safeties down a little bit more to protect against that. The running game's going again, bringing the safeties into that box, and then you can hit like Waddle had an amazing day this week because of that, because he was just opening holes in the defense throughout the whole thing.
Also, Tua can still spell his last name, so that's also positive too. So that,
Did you see him try to make the tackle on the interception?
Yes.
It was last week.
yeah, dude, what are you doing?
First down, dogs.
Yeah,
He like
run the other way.
wants to like have a brain injury.
Loves
I
the
feel like
contact.
it.
Can you spell his last name?
Tua Tagovailoa? Are you fucking kidding me? I can barely say it.
Take a stab at it.
Tua Tagovailoa.
No, just the last name. You said it twice.
Tagovailoa.
Both times you said it different now.
T-U...
Nope.
No?
How do you say it? No one says his last name. They always say Tua.
I refuse to say it. I only say his first name.
Do you know how to
How
say
do you
it?
say
No.
it? Let
gotta
him
know how to
say it.
say
You're
it.
you're the fan.
Tonga Viola.
Nickname Tua
There's
is
no
great.
U in it.
There's no U?
No.
Tagovailoa? Then what the hell is it? It's not Tagovailoa?
Tagovailoa.
Tagu
guys-
No, but
Tagovailoa?
it said you pronounce it with tongue. Like,
You can
that's
ask me
how
that
it's
next week. I'm not going to know how to spell that thing.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you every week.
Tua is a great name. I love that.
Cojito.
Tua is cool.
What's cool about this whole list of the games this weekend? Jets aren't on here. Not even.
They're playing.
That's nice. No, I mean last weekend.
Oh. What?
Nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about.
No.
Nothing. No.
Yeah, they ran out of guys to fire and hire.
No, we got more. We got somebody to cut soon too.
So do you think if Washington came back, tied that game up, right, if he didn't miss the extra point,
Oh my
and then Washington wins, is McCarthy gone?
Probably not.
No.
He's
The game was too close.
But they suck.
That was so heartbreaking that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also heartbreaking that freaking Eckler couldn't get over 64 yards combined.
That was a bad game all around for the Commanders.
It was a super boring game
Boring,
until the
yeah.
last 2 minutes. That game was horrible.
Yeah.
And then I can't even believe McLaurin. Like, it looked like he was running in slow motion. I couldn't believe that he got past everybody.
I'm like, oh my God. NFL rigged. I said, here it goes. You're going to go on Twitter. You're going to see NFL rigged. This was set up.
Yeah.
Speaking of the NFL rigged, Chiefs beat the Panthers.
Barely.
Can't believe that.
Barely.
I couldn't believe that game, what was happening at the end of that game.
The Chiefs are not that good.
And then that run that he had.
Chiefs aren't good. They just know how to win. They do enough to win. That's it.
Good teams, good
That's
quarterbacks.
like-
Always find a way to win.
Yeah.
That's like the Eagles last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the Eagles look a little bit better this year.
A little bit better.
A little bit better.
I mean, the Eagles look a little bit better. Their running back looks amazing.
Wait, can we talk about that for a second? Last year on the season, we talked about how the running backs were like non-existent. Like they were so popular in like the 2010s, whatever, or always before that. And then they just fell off. They were just all on the wrong freaking team because
They need an O-line.
no, they were just all, well, yes, and they were all on the wrong team because freaking Saquon, Derek, and Josh, thank you for the return of the running back this season.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
Derrick
amazing.
Henry was great. The team sucked, you're right. But they had an O-line. He put up numbers.
Not like this
I
year.
think they're starting to use the running back. They're going back to old-fashioned football a little bit. And when the game gets out of control and they start passing and throw... What did the Bills do for the last 2 years? As soon as they were down by 7, they forgot that they had a running back. And then they would lose those big games. If you stick with your running game, old school Pittsburgh style, you win games. That's how you become... But it's true, though. It's boring. Even my son is like, they're just going to run it up the middle again. I'm like, yeah, they are. And they're going to get 4.5 yards. Then they're going to run it again, and then they'll get a first down. This is the way they play.
Yeah, every team is built to defend the pass. You have like 1,000 D-backs on every roster. Go opposite now. Right. Beef up your offense, get gigantic linemen, put in a fullback, put in an H-back, and run right at him. Force those guys to use their defensive linemen that are not used to it. You take pass rushers like a Micah Parsons or what. Like you can negate those guys by running right at them, double teaming at the point of attack, and just wear down the defense. I mean, that's what Derrick Henry did his entire career. Derrick Henry became the best running back in football in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and then again.
And after week 11 every season.
Yep.
The guy just got stronger. The more you hit him, the stronger he got.
The durability of that guy is just
unbelievable.
insane.
He's just, I'll never stop saying how big he is. He's
Every
so
year.
friggin' big.
Every year you think this is it. Can't do it again.
Yep.
The
Amazing.
first year we did this podcast, we started off with the preseason episode.
Yes.
And I said, Derrick Henry's going to fall off.
Yep.
He's got a lot of tread on those tires. That was 4 years ago, 5 years. Like,
Yeah.
fucking guy's still the best running back in football.
And it's crazy how different he is than Barkley. Like Barkley's moves, his juke moves are just so good. Like that's what gets him, besides having a great line, his one first move is so good. So good.
So
He looked like he was playing with the Rams.
Yeah. He did.
I would love to see him with like a Shanahan offense, that zone read where it's
Yeah.
one cut and go. You know, find the hole,
Yep.
make the one cut back, and then just go, and you got one or two D-backs to run over, and that's it.
I still hate Sirianni's face though. I like every time he's on the TV. It's so bad because I hate.
He's such a
I don't like not liking a team because of something like that, but I can't.
He threw a challenge flag and lost his mind because they started to run the play, and he was like a child on the sideline.
Always
It was
like a
embarrassing.
child.
What was it? A couple of weeks ago, he brought his children to the press conference so that people wouldn't ask him hard questions.
Your coach just did that too.
Yeah, he did.
Your coach.
But he
did.
said he was he's like he did it on purpose,
Yeah.
and he said he's like this is why I did it. Like it was no like excuse or anything like that. He said before, and he's like, I'm gonna bring up so they can't grill me.
I think your coach is on something. I
He's on
think he's
something.
back. I think he's back to the wrong side.
What do you
of it.
think he's on?
Some sedative thing. Like he is just the way he is. Like okay, like we are. Like
Why
he
did
is.
he used to do drugs?
He used to be an alcoholic.
Yeah, it's not
Ludes.
Ludes. He's on Ludes, baby.
It was funny. They asked him how he was going to prepare the team for the cold this week, and he's like, "I'm just going to walk around throwing ice cubes at the team."
He is amazing.
Right answer. It's the right answer.
Amazing.
Are the Niners done?
If they don't get Brock Purdy back, anybody know what's up with him?
Or Daniel Jones?
Stop it.
Speaking of, did you see the report that the Raiders were interested in Daniel Jones, and he said no
He said
because
no.
they're not in playoff contention?
Well, that makes total sense. Though.
Yeah,
that's the
'cause
only
he's-
place he's gonna go.
Yeah, he's not signing, but he's not signing to show that he could play.
It's
He's
a
signing
year.
to try and get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Whether he's a backup
do
or a
what?
starter.
The
you
Niners
wanna go
make
play?
The Niners make the perfect sense for him.
No, he knows he sucks. So he doesn't want to go play
No,
for
I
a
think
shit team.
No one's gonna say like I'm gonna go. Like you're gonna want to go play. You're gonna want something like if you can go somewhere right now and play 4 or 5 more games for the rest of the season and showcase something so you can hit free agency and contend for a starter's position. You have to do that.
I think
he's
he's
gonna go somewhere just to be a backup. Then he's gonna be a backup for the rest of his career.
I think he's okay. Backups are making $10
But
million.
then he's gonna make a lot of money anyway.
Yeah, $10 million backups.
but I would
are
think
making
as a competitor, you want to start. You want to play.
I think he want a chance to win a Super Bowl.
You think
And like
Daniel Jones is a competitor?
the way that quarterbacks go down,
Yes, you're going to get a chance to play.
you'd be smart to go to to a playoff team.
Why do you think he fits at the Niners?
Because it's the Sam Darnold thing. It's the same thing.
Oh God.
Just don't be cautious. Don't turn it over.
Put him in there, let him play some games, go sign a big contract somewhere else.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Purdy's fucking made of glass at this point.
Everybody.
What's with Debo?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gets one huge run, catch.
Yeah,
and
he
then
seems
doesn't do
disinterested sometimes. Like, fucking guy, what a waste of a pick that was.
And then on the opposite side, Kittle is a beast. Like whenever the guy gets into the game, he's a beast.
Beast. He carries them though. He
Yeah.
has so much like drive to play well.
Yep. And he's a happy guy.
Happy.
He's so happy.
just so happy to be like playing a sport like for fun.
Need more people like that in this sport, I think. Who chooses defense and offensive coaches, coordinators? Who chooses if they're up in the booth or on the field?
Oh,
I think it's preference
them.
on the team.
probably that.
But how do you get a right to be in a booth? I understand the seeing of the field, right? They're watching either the TV or they're seeing the field. On the field, you're with the players, you're next to them, you could call the game better. I want to know where the choice is. Like when you're hiring a guy, he's like, I'm always up in the booth.
But then you have like
Not
their
next.
position coaches are all there.
Right.
Yeah,
Where?
on the
On the
field.
sideline.
On the sideline.
On the floor.
Yeah.
Right. So
On the field.
there was, what team was it last year?
It was Pittsburgh where,
Pittsburgh.
where he had to go on the
They
field.
made him go on the
Yeah.
field. Yeah.
Yeah, which I've never seen before.
Yeah, I've never
But
heard.
I just think it's a weird thing. Like, I don't know. It's always, maybe not the best teams, but it's always a really good team where everybody's on the sideline together.
I'd go booth though. Get my
I
Diet
feel
Cokes
like
going.
you would go booth.
You know?
I feel like you would go booth.
That's a bougie
I think if
answer.
you're more of like a cerebral guy, if you're more about the X's and O's,
Definitely me.
you're in the booth, and then the guys on the sideline are just usually the maniac coaches, the guys
Yeah.
that are in your face screaming, especially defensive
Yeah.
defensive coordinator like a Vic Fangio. He's a booth guy, always has been. He just sits up there in the booth, but I get it, he's old. But then you have other players like remember Singletary as a coordinator or not or a linebackers coach.
Right.
That dude was headbutting guys on the sideline. It was just like this.
Yeah.
You don't want that guy up in the booth.
It's just an interesting thought of like whenever they pan to him and go to him, it's like, that guy's up in the booth.
Like you think like wimp.
A little bit, especially when the season gets into it. You know what I mean? They're up in there, they're warm. The other guys are getting rained and snow on them. Like
They got sourdough bread up there.
yeah, they're eating fucking sausage and peppers. They miss a couple plays. up
Egg
there.
sandwiches.
That play sheet's got mustard on it. He's like, oh, God damn it, I can't see what's coming next.
He's like using his sleeve to like rub it off.
I don't know.
I guess we got to make some picks.
I'd be a sideline guy.
We didn't even talk about the Thanksgiving thing. Like we were,
I thought we were doing that last.
I know, but we didn't tell them that.
I feel
Oh.
like they got into the groove of it.
Yeah, okay, good. I don't think so, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
We're
so.
always the last to know. Always.
No, this was not discussed in the group chat. I can confirm.
See, I told you. We're making regular picks.
Yeah, regular picks.
Regular week picks right
She has
now.
none
Not
of
the
those ready.
Thanksgiving picks.
I do.
Did you only make the Thanksgiving pick? Perfect. Worked out great.
This is exactly what we wanted to happen.
Alrighty.
Well, the good thing is you got the best record, so you go last.
That's true. Who's got the worst?
I do.
John's right behind you. Don't worry about it. We're going to have to start doing math.
I thought we were on the same team here.
Well, we are.
It was
but
us versus them.
You got to make some
We talked
picks.
about that.
We definitely talked about that. I don't like the phone thing because
we
it looks
start-
like you're text messaging somebody.
It's not. See?
No, I know. I get it. But
Also, why are you always so fucking tan? Like, you look like you just stepped out of the summer.
No way. I am pale right now.
stepped out of the summer and you're not pale.
You're not
I
pale.
am. This is pale for me.
But for you, but not for
I'm
America.
not my complete self without my tan.
That's all right. You'll be
All
on
right, make it
vacation
big.
in like 2 weeks, I'm
We
sure.
got 6 minutes to go.
That would be nice.
Nah, we're good.
all
Plenty of time.
right, Raiders versus Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah, rivalry
Black Friday, the
game.
game that nobody's watching?
Rivalry game, though. It's big for the two of them all the time, whether the Raiders suck or not every single year. I'm going to take the Raiders plus 12.5.
Who's the quarterback?
lot of
for the
points.
Raiders?
It's a lot of points, and it's a rivalry game, and the Chiefs are playing close. We just spoke about that. It's a lot of points. 12.5 is a lot. And I just feel like in any rivalry game, even if the other team is complete shit, it's, Raiders plus 12.5.
I gotta believe the Chiefs' margin of victory, like over the whole season, is really low.
Super low.
They haven't really blown anybody out, right?
I don't feel like they
Yeah,
blow
it's
anybody.
two blowouts. That's it. Every other game's been tight. But Mahomes is a double-digit favorite. Is like over 65%.
Is he really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I hate that.
Yeah, if they win by 21, you're in bad shape.
That would be insane. Come on.
Black Friday, that's going to be a tough game to watch.
Oof.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Thank God the Jets aren't playing. In
No,
some
I thought that
sort
was
of,
going to
like-
be tradition.
Yeah.
I thought the Jets were going to be tradition.
Thank God. All right, another division rivalry game: Steelers and Bengals.
Hey-o.
Bengals are minus 2.5 in this one. Bengals got to win. Like, what the hell? They got to win to stay in the playoff hunt. I got a new system for today.
I'm so shocked.
I'm going all money lines.
You've done that.
How did it work out?
I don't think it worked out well.
Johnny Systems. How's the emptying the bank account every Sunday at
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
that's not working out. That's not working out so good.
It never fills back up.
It's not working out so good. I got $19 left
Ooh, that's not
after
even
this
either.
weekend. That's not. Is anything on tonight? I could put it down. I'm taking the Steelers money line plus 130.
Okay.
Wow.
Steelers against the spread. I know they're on the road, but I like the Steelers plus 130.
Cincinnati's lost 2 straight, 3 out of the last 4. They're coming off of a bye. This is their last chance to start anything. I'm pulling a little bit of a Maloik bet as well. Cincinnati has to win at home. Minus 2.5. I'm going Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, God, that's such a weak bet. On your
I didn't
part.
want it to be my first one, but you went to that game first.
Steelers are just
That's hard.
In the betting situation, I think that the Bengals is a smart bet.
Steelers against the spread.
Sped. Spetska.
Somebody get me another piece of bread.
I feel like I got it in my teeth.
I think that's hard because Cincy's defense is so bad. But if their offense could not get as many flags as it did last week, that was ridiculous. Or 2 weeks ago.
I hope John wins. This is a game that I hope he gets.
Cincy could win it.
Of course they
Bengals
could.
never cover at home. Steelers are dominant against the spread,
They're due.
Do it. Want to watch the game together?
especially as road underdogs. Yeah, let's do it.
I wish I could. I'm going to be at a fucking soccer tournament in 40-degree weather.
I'm going to be the opposite of that.
Blanket,
You know where I'm gonna
sourdough
be?
bread.
You know where I'm gonna be? Wherever the fuck I want to be.
That's such a slap in the face. Oh, what do you got?
I'm jealous. That sounds amazing to be able to do whatever you want. Like, I haven't done that in 20 years.
Never going to be able to do what
You're
we
just
want.
jealous you don't have a family. You know what? I'm going to go do whatever I want all the time.
You're up.
I'm going to take the Ravens -3. Eagles at Ravens. Lamar Jackson specifically is unbelievable against the NFC. I think he's got to be, I want to say it's like 17-2 or something crazy like that. Don't quote me on it. But Lamar just absolutely destroys the NFC. Eagles have been playing great, but the Ravens are on fucking fire. I think they're really starting to fucking come into their own, and I think they're going to be a wagon the rest of the season. Just played a big game. I like it.
I'm jumping in. I'm going the opposite. I'm taking the Eagles.
Wow.
Love to
You're
hear it.
desperate. You're going with a team that you do not like at all.
I never did not like them. I just didn't feel like they were as good as their record.
It's Bill's Mafia over here.
Okay.
It's true. Bill's Mafia.
Get me a table.
Next week, get her a table to jump on.
My favorite clip from last week is the Saquon Barkley when I was like, Saquon Barkley, and she goes, "Yep." That was great.
The line was +2.5, but I can go +3 because his is -3. Yeah, just
I'll take 2.5.
No, I think it's 3.
Yeah, definitely 3.
It moved in like 2 hours, which is obnoxious. But yeah, Eagles plus 2.5 versus the Ravens. The Ravens are sometimes made-offs, and the Eagles are a little bit more consistent this time around.
Yeah, Eagles are playing very well. It should be a good game. Hopefully, it's better than the Charger game.
2 leading MVP candidates in this game.
I'm tired of hearing that.
Saquon.
Fuck Lamar Jackson. Guy threw for 170 yards last week.
This is one of my system bets. I'm taking the Eagles plus 138 in this game.
Eagles money line.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania money line you got going on.
Yep.
Wow.
All underdog
Really?
money lines today.
All right, so I don't think it worked last time.
Nah, it didn't.
His scheme kind of worked last week, though. I'll give you that.
2-1.
He went over 50. Any game that was 50, he went over. It was like a trip.
Well, that's why it's called the scheme. It was all the same things.
All right.
Once they start working, though, like I'll stick with them.
No, you won't.
No, you're right. How do we know who goes now?
I go because Tripp is the best right now. So, I'll give you some kudos. Rams did not play well this week. They are going up against a New Orleans team that is not good. I'm going to go with the Rams. I think the Rams is a much better team than the way they're playing. I think the schedule has been a little hard. The weapons that they have, Puka's fantastic. I will say it forever. That guy catches everything. Kupp is still on the back burner, getting 80 yards and a TD a game, and their running back is a top 5 running back.
He's insane.
They have to be winning more games. They can't be 5-6. I don't like the way they played this past week. I think they bounce back, going to New Orleans -3. I don't like that it's -3, but I think the Rams win. I think the Rams take care of New Orleans.
I like the Cardinals.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Saints.
Cardinals plus 3.5. They've been playing some great fucking football the last couple of weeks. I have bet against the Vikings. I want to say this is probably the 9th week this season I'm going to bet against them. It's not going well. This is the week, though. This is the week. Okay, we're going to turn it around on this game. Cardinals plus 3.5.
Wow, love that extra half a point too.
Yeah, it's a good half a point.
Gotta get that in now.
They played like shit against Seattle. I couldn't really believe that game. I would have lost a lot of money on that game.
All right, Kathleen, you're up.
I'm up. Okay. I'm taking
Plenty.
Oof.
Winston, Jameis, Browns, plus 5.5 versus the Broncos. Why are you laughing?
The way you just introduced that. Winston, Jameis,
Browns plus.
Like he's James Bond.
Why? Because they beat the Steelers in the snow?
Because
Denver's balling right now.
I'm not on
Their
that.
second
I'm not
half-
on that bandwagon.
Their second halves have been
I'm not on
pretty
it.
amazing.
You're not on the boat train?
The coach.
No, I'm not yet.
I like
So Browns plus 5.5.
Peyton Manning. I like Peyton a lot, Sean Payton.
Where's that game? In Denver?
It's in Denver.
Did you just roll your eyes at Sean Payton?
That's okay.
He's such an asshole.
So he didn't do the right thing?
Hell of a coach.
Seems like everything's working out the way he wanted.
We put up 70 on him last year, but anyway.
He's gonna hold on to that.
A long time ago that game. That's 3 concussions
That's all we had
ago.
here.
That's 3 Tua concussions ago.
Since then, Tua's had cornrolls and an afro.
Shit.
And freaking Tyreek's been arrested 4 times since then.
Exactly.
And he's had 3 kids.
So that Cleveland-Denver game's a Monday night game?
Yep.
Unfortunately.
I got that game as well.
I'm going to sleep.
I got the over 41.5.
Wow.
I think the Broncos are rolling, like we've said. I think Jameis is going to be good for at least 1 pick 6. And I fucking love watching him play because that dude does not care.
Doesn't.
He's insanely positive no matter how terrible he's playing. And he throws a really catchable ball. Defense catches it, offense catches, doesn't matter. So I think you're going to get some defensive points over 41.5.
Little Judy revenge game too, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. Last week I said Katie took the Giants and I said she was going to regret that. This might be that same pick. It's not the Giants. I know they play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Don't get upset.
Yeah, don't ruin that. Don't.
Colts Patriots.
Ooh.
In New England,
God, that's hard.
Patriots are 2.5 point underdogs at home. I don't believe in the Colts.
No, you shouldn't.
Like the whole Anthony Richardson thing, like who is that guy? Josh Downs is out.
Josh Downs out is huge.
It's big. And like what happened to Jonathan Taylor?
He better come back this week. That guy's sitting on my bench in fantasy.
I knew it was going to be a fan. Someone was going to say something about fantasy.
Sorry, I had to say it.
You believe in the Pats
It looks
more?
like he's still having a tough time with this call.
I'm taking the Patriots plus
He's
126.
He's holding his breath.
Oh, and you taking the money line.
Yeah, plus 126. Patriots to win outright at home.
No.
The guys that
in
quit.
Indianapolis.
No, it's in New England.
It's in New England.
Yeah.
Ah, because I was interested in seeing Drake May in a dome.
They quit on the team. Like, the players basically quit last week.
Yeah, I know.
Weren't even joking, laughing in the locker room, laughing on the sideline. Like, they don't care.
The
They're
Colts
done.
have only won once in their last 8 trips to New England.
Wow.
That's a good
most
stat.
of those are probably Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
You mean Jared Mayo wasn't the coach of any of those teams?
ChatGPT give you that stat because
ChatGPT gave me this whole thing. These things creating these systems.
So that coach was a bad pick. I knew it was a bad pick the day that it happened. Everybody was like, "No, I like him." He was
Mayo?
like, yeah,
Who
he was
liked
like,
him?
I thought he was like bred like he knew
Yeah.
that he was going to be the coach, right?
That's what they were saying.
Horrible pick.
Drake May goes off in this game. Watch.
Yeah, the coach called his players soft halfway through the season. Not even halfway.
Not
through
even
the
halfway. I
season.
think it was 4 or 5 games in.
Said, "Oh, we're a soft football team." That's one of the worst things you can say to a football player is that he's soft.
It's also your fault most of the time.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, maybe
So
go to
many fucking penalties last week in that game. They had so many dumb penalties.
Well, I like him.
Yeah, you go with a money line this week. They also beat the Jets, so
That money line parlay is going
Who
to be
didn't beat
nice.
the Jets?
What am I talking about?
it would be nice.
Yeah, it will be nice.
It will be nice. Very positive. I like that. I'm going with the guy who showed Tommy Cutlets how to run into the end zone and give people the little finger there, whatever the hell he was doing.
Baker?
Little Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay. I love their schedule. Carolina's playing over their head the last 2 weeks. Bryce Young might think that he has a feel for the football. I think Tampa Bay is going to come at him. It's a division game in Carolina, but we know that that never matters. Baker Mayfield's going to sling it out there, -6. They win by a touchdown at least.
I love him.
I think he's great.
All those quarterbacks that have like redeemed themselves, it's just so fun to watch.
Yes. Cleveland shouldn't have let him go.
That was so dumb.
Cleveland should not have let him go.
The fact that he escaped Carolina to become a starter, like,
Yes.
it's pretty much where everybody goes to die now in the last decade or so.
Yeah.
Even fucking Darno did too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he was there for a little while, right?
Maybe Daniel Jones will make a pit stop there.
Yeah, get on the right path.
Yep.
Just
It's kind of
figure
like
out
a rehabilitation center.
It's like, wow, this is awful football. Got it. Okay.
He's going to follow in Darnold's exact footsteps.
Is that why you want me to be their fan first? So then I come back to the Jets and I feel better about it when we're good?
Yeah.
Because I went to.
We got a long ways. from
Are
the
you
Jets.
really not a Jet fan? Like it's like serious.
Why is it so hot in here?
No,
It's
I
so
mean,
hot
I'm gonna try and root for them, but like
That
I
naked thing was
don't
a
let
joke,
them affect my emotions because I'm gonna be a Bills fan for the rest of the season.
Wow, she really
In
is.
division thing is a killer.
Yeah.
Yes, I
cannot
did.
take it.
I'm
Like,
part of both.
like, how do you expect her to root
Oh,
for
I'm
the
a Dolphins
Jets?
fan now.
How do you expect her to root for
Can
the
I be a
Jets?
Dolphins fan?
No.
Yeah,
Next
thank you.
year?
You would look terrible in teal.
When
No,
Rex
wait,
is
wait.
back,
You don't want Rex.
Yes,
that
I
guy's,
do.
That guy's already crying. He's not even
I
a coach
want
yet.
Rex back.
Why? Because he won
Who
twice.
else?
Because you won
What?
with someone else's team?
Yeah, he won with somebody else's team.
He won
and
with
then
our
his
team.
just
No,
died.
as soon as he got control of the team and started making
Draft picks.
Yeah, started making picks,
was over.
He got rid of all the veterans.
No, I can't talk about it anymore.
First down, dogs.
Jets got saved. They should be the Secaucus fucking Winnebaggers.
We didn't get to bring up the fact that Jeff
shut up.
Bezos is buying the team.
Oh, bring it up on the Thanksgiving episode before this one.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah,
Fuck
we would
Woody.
all
Of course you would. You're just looking at the money.
I don't care about the money.
Who's the
Woody
Met
is
guy? You got the
annoying.
Met guy. You got the Bezos. I mean, come on.
The Met guy is actually a good guy.
Yeah, he's great. Should sign.
You want to go check on what's going on out there before?
Yeah, let me just go out there.
I heard some screaming.
Yeah.
Make sure they
somebody
don't
might
have
not
any
be
of the
coloring
knives.
anymore.
They're probably playing guitars in the back.